Ooh. How good is your eyes?
How good are my eyes?
You got one eye, so I was doing it in singular
Well, you put an S at the end of it, so it became plural.
because one of your eyes is cockeyed.
Mm.
So I was trying to be inclusive when it
Mhm.
comes to your cockeye.
Well, then it would have been eyes. How good are your eyes? I'm still right.
But I was also talking about the eyes in your name. You have two eyes in your name.
First and last.
Yes. So
Again, it's still plural.
I was asking how good is your eyes? As
How good are my
but I was also
eyes?
including the I in eyes. You have to slide over. Your shoulder is clipped. There you go. Love me just a little bit.
Mm-mm.
There you go.
Mm.
Zuper! What up, man?
How
You
you
probably gonna be the
doing?
only one gonna be here because it's this football game on right now. Yeah. Reading this thing, yo. Zuper. It's not Zupper. It's Zuper.
But it's Zupper.
I'm exuberated. I feel exhilarating. Let's do this.
Yes, let's.
Let's do an alphabet of how you feel. We're gonna go all the way down to the alphabet. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because right now, I feel awesome.
I feel bothered.
I feel confused.
I feel doubtful.
Ah, yes. I feel excited.
I feel flabbergasted.
I'm sad you feel flabbergasted because at this moment, I feel gullible.
I feel hopeful.
I feel isolated in this situation right now.
I feel jittery.
As I say the letters in my head. Trying to make it into a sentence. Okay.
No.
Don't keep saying I feel. You know?
Oh, I thought you were trying to get out of
no,
this next letter.
No. Sadly, you feel jitterish because I can understand it. If you're not kind to people, that will occur.
But is that a feeling?
Kind?
It's an action.
Hmm.
It's not a feeling. You're like, what is how?
I feel.
What are your emotions?
I feel kind. I can't feel kind.
Okay, all right.
Knowledgeable. I feel knowledgeable. Thank you, big sis Chris.
You cheated. Looking back, I lost focus along the way. However, maybe I became lustful.
Lustful can make us all feel mindful to the minute maniacal minutes that we waste in life. But I might add that I feel manly. I killed that one. Come on, man. I brushed the beat.
Interesting. Manly is the word that you choose to feel. And I guess in this life where masculinity is toxic along the way, I started to embrace a certain numbness. So I definitely feel numb inside.
Piggybacking off of the word numb, shout out to Linkin Park. I felt like my ovaries overstood the outcome of how the ocean could uh, find the options to ovulate into this outer orbit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that made me feel like I needed to, how would I dumb it down to you?
How would you?
Uh obliteration of oneself can
Mm-hmm.
make me feel agbo.
Who?
Agbo. You you gotta Google that one. Make me feel ostentatious, anonymous. Make me feel anonymous.
Not anonymous, you don't feel. Ominous, maybe.
Ominous. I feel so ominous.
I'm pleased this pie right now.
You're pleased as pie?
Uh-huh.
Quite a quest to quickly get to your word, but I must add the quintessential
Okay, word.
feeling that this queen feels
Queen.
queen. I identify as a king queen. That I feel quotable.
How do you feel quotable?
I feel like I have the quintessential
Uh-huh.
verbiage
Oh.
to people be like, he's quotable. And I am quotable. People be like,
Okay. That's good.
yeah.
Allow me,
Mm-hmm.
please, to be so honest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like this little ruse that you've come up with,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's a slightly offensive, a bit outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I shouldn't say that you're rude, and I don't feel rude.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just relax and feel restful.
Oh, I feel slighted that you said those rude things towards this sexy stallion here. So I must say some things that might essentially slay your Sabbath. Because Saturday is the day that 67 sweet and sour sheepskins will strike
This is a joke.
this
I know this one.
7 times with a stone. So
Was that in Deuteronomy?
no.
Oh.
But I must say I feel Slovio.
What?
I feel sexy. I had to give
Can
you
we go back to Slovenia?
I had to give you a synonymous word for Slovio. Slovio is a.
It sounds like a made-up country in a Christmas movie.
It's not. It's not. Slovio is sexy in Iceland.
Oh.
Yeah.
You speak Icelandic.
Mm-hmm. Icelandic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I took that and you tested all the limits, and you know, I was in tatters from like the words I assumed was made up, such as Slovio. But now you've inspired me to feel talkative, to feel triumphant. I'm very confident now in my vocabulary, if you will, that I know words that span the alphabet, and somehow those same words sometimes torture you.
I understand what you're saying. You need to underestimate what comes out of your mouth, because when the utopia of this uvula of underrated, underestimated, underappreciated eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus with a Y. Isn't it?
I'm still using you.
My bad.
That was a play off of words. You can shut up. That's the how you make a punch noise. Because I feel underappreciated.
I could feel violent, but right now I feel victorious because this next one is going to kick your butt.
I like sex. I love hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses. Tic-tac-toes. X marks the spot. DMX is always the guy who can remind me to play with my heart like a xylophone. You know? Excellent choice by playing this game up top. But as of now, your boy feels zenile.
What does that mean?
Zenile.
What does that mean?
Hospitable between guest and host.
You just can't, Big Sis Chris, you gotta stop with all the help. He would have lost a long time ago. Man, I still feel youthful though.
Youthful?
Yeah.
Well, luckily Zupper is in the YouTube stream with us. Once I found sleep, I will understand if you zoom past Zootopia's movie, you will learn to really find that there's more than black and white. Word to zebras. We need to understand that I feel very Zaphiel.
No.
I said it works because I have a dad named Zachariah.
You don't.
I feel.
You got one. Come on.
I feel xenophobic. That's with an X. I feel. Big Sis Chris, help me out with a Z.
If I come up with this word first.
First of all, I was whooping your butt. If we did this by points, I would have won a long time ago.
No, because I chose real words.
No, hear me out.
You said letters that go with feelings.
I said we have to have a sentence with that word.
You put that. You were like, let's choose a new sentence. Halfway through, you don't change the rules during the game when you're already getting your ass whooped.
So here's the thing, because you were just like, I feel
You said feelings.
Right.
You said feelings.
Right. That's the mean. That means you can go on to the next letter.
Dion.
Yes, I said that.
Words.
I said that.
Your rules weren't clear up front.
But also, if this was like categories,
it's not.
I was whooping your butt with the stacks of letters I was using in the sentence. You were just feeling like, I feel good.
Yeah.
And I
because that wasn't how you collected points. That wasn't in the rule book.
You are feeling very zesty. I hope you don't ever feel zealous.
Thank you, Chris. Who else got it? Spicy. Spicy did that.
I'm feeling zany right now.
And you cheated, so you wouldn't have made it.
I didn't cheat.
You cheated several times.
I cheat.
You kept having to look down at this screen. I mean, why? Because you didn't know a word for it.
Listen, granted.
It's okay, Dion.
Right.
It's okay.
Granted, I didn't know a lot of the words, right? Here's the thing. I had X and Z, right? I had Q as well. Those are the three hardest ones. But I trumped all yours because I stacked them in my sentences with more of the letter.
And this is why I think I'm over
you.
Mm.
I just think you're a sore loser.
No, clearly you're the one who lost. You got nothing.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Without our lovely people on live, you would have been like stopped at, I don't know, K?
No, stop it, because I feel awesome.
Not doing this again. You're not doing this again.
Spicy originals in here, y'all. Moyo, we got
What's
Big
up,
Sis
people?
Chris, we got Zupper. We have the outrageous crew. We have people. People are hiding in here.
I gotta fix my hair.
Oh boy.
Why is it just sticking up?
What is your end game with your hair? How long will you go until you be like, okay, it's time to cut it?
I don't know. My hair lady asked me that, and I feel like my answer is like when I want to get a bob, like a good length bob though, like maybe even all around here.
Mm-hmm.
So that, or I could just let it grow to like my bra strap. I feel like that's the length everybody wants, like bra strap length. And then I can go and cut it.
I need you to respect your hairline. I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
Because,
I wear it down a lot.
Huh?
I wear my hair down a lot.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, once your hair gets longer, it gets heavier. So it starts to pull on the roots. So I think you should definitely stop, like, add an extra week every time you get it done so it gets thicker. I know you could probably say something like, I know, Dion, but I'm just saying, it gets heavier. And then you ever seen them people that their locks get like thick, skinny, because it's like they're inconsistent of.
Yeah, listen, this is why I go to a professional every 8 to 10 weeks. Like we are in there. She gets me right. I'm not playing with that.
Okay. How many weeks are you in right now?
This is the start of the 3rd.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder who accidentally started dreadlocks. like he was like, this is keep rolling. or they were just like, don't do nothing to it. It was like a big mat, like a.
I feel like it was like the freeform locks that just go, and then like you said, like a beaver tail, and somebody was like, I think we can make this better.
We can kind of customize.
We can make this look a little better because that's not it. But
but the origin of the names, man. What's the origin of dreadlocks? How we get there?
There's a guy named Alfred Dredd. And
he was bald. It was his back hair.
It was his back hair that started locking up. And people thought that was actually really beautiful.
Yeah.
And so they also wanted to get that same thing on the top of their head. And so when they started rocking it, they're like, yo, what are those? Those looks like Alfred Dredd's locks.
I like that.
And that's how we got to where we are.
What do you call Pepsi if it had dreadlocks?
What?
Pop lock. I think I could spare a few centimeters on my forehead. It hasn't happened yet. I don't know what that means.
So, Dion, we need to do the intro. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, are we calling it what? Yep. What is the name this week?
Well, they're not caught up on. People are not caught up on the social media.
Right.
So, folks, we are changing the name of Random Ass Conversations to a name. We still kind of shopping around on names that you guys have provided. We got names such as Back Scratchers. We got names such as Bullet Ankles. We have names such as the Rabbit Righteous.
The Rabbit Righteous.
We have the name as the Bitten Navel. We have names such as the Dirty Noodle. So we needed to hear a few more of your names of what we should change our podcast to.
A good one was Surviving Dion.
Surviving Dion. That's not cool. Now that's associated with.
Help me.
They like body locks. Okay, we got that. Body locks was the name. They doing the body locks. Are you gonna show the people what the logo look like? The exclusiveness.
Y'all show the exclusiveness to this group?
I don't even know how you show it to them.
Well, yeah, I was gonna show them, but then we did it on your computer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So there's that.
What is the nicest way? You can say, somebody runs up to you and say, "You're very sexy." What is the nicest way you respond to that?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Period. That's nice.
Wow, you are really sexy in person. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why give more? I feel like you're the type of person that would be like, "Wow, thank you. I love your eyes, and look at your shoes. Look at you. You're stunning." That's how I feel about you.
You might be right, but here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I don't want it to be like an asshole response for me. I don't want to be like, "You goddamn right." That thank you sounds like that. Like, "You goddamn right, I do."
You bet I am.
Because I do one of these like, "Oh wow, thank you, wow." I do one of those.
Some fake humility.
I wouldn't retaliate by saying, "You look at your knees." I wouldn't do that. I'll just be like, "Oh wow, that was sweet of you." You can say, "Thank you."
Thanks, Queen. So are you.
Because if you say thank you, it's like, "Can you believe I ran up on her? I had the gall."
What was I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say?
Oh, wow, thank you. As in, like, you made my day. Right? Because that's essentially what they're doing it for.
Nobody told them to go out their way to say it.
Wow. See, you are crushing dreams, yo.
Oh my gosh.
Coming from you, that's a real compliment. That was nice. Yeah.
That's good. Look at y'all.
Wow, coming from you, that's a real compliment.
I know. It's not like I said, I know.
What is the rudest way? What is the rudest way to? Wow, you are really attractive. You know what? I've seen you online. I've seen you on TV. Seeing you in person, you are 10 times as attractive than I would have ever imagined. What's the most rudest way you would answer to that?
The rudest way.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Just the rudest way. No, the rudest. I need more.
That's all you got.
What has she got? I hear that twice a day.
But there's some people that I've seen for real, based off that compliment. Like I've seen somebody who I was like, I could tell that you were a decent looking person, but in real life, you just be like, wow. But you don't want to be like rude because they're married and their wife might be right there. But I've definitely seen them like, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's nice to say that.
Rude. Why would you doubt it? It's crazy. That's the problem. That's the problem with you. Why would you doubt it?
That's funny. Do you want me to show?
Yeah, if they can, I can flip it over and let them pick it. Let them pick which one y'all should choose.
It's a
rare condition.
This day and age. Let me do it from here. I'm gonna do it a different way.
Oh, you gonna continue talking way?
Well, this would be a better way, easier way.
So also, am I? I'm trying to bring it in. Come here. Let me ask you something. I'm gonna quietly ask y'all this. Get in here quiet. I'm gonna ask y'all this. I don't want this to be spread on the internet. This is not being recorded. I want to ask y'all this, okay? I don't like new relationships online. I hate when people advertise their new relationships online. I absolutely hate when people advertise their new relationship, talking about how great, good, I'm doing this, we're doing this. Thank you, God. Sure.
Why?
It might be a problem. I don't know why. I'm just like, okay.
Have you never been like a public relationships person?
No, it's not that. It's just like it's 50-50 on this direction, okay? It's like I can see marriage, but relationship is like slow down. Like this but is
people aren't
fresh.
Getting married. Like, oh, you mean like brand new?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's entertaining to me. Please.
My man is so good. My girl is so good. She cooked me this. She cooked me that. Oh, thank you,
also,
God.
That's like that's cute because I know like young
in the
love,
third grade.
I know like that young love, like to feel like you're like I can't wait to see this person. I love being around that person. Like that newness where it's not like business all the time. It's just like, yes, I want y'all to know I am in love.
Yeah. Get offline.
Because that don't last all the time, but sometimes that's all people got.
Get off a line. Get offline and display it to them.
But they might.
Who are you trying to prove to us?
But I'm saying they might, and then they just want to tell the world about it. Have you not been in love to the point where you just want the world to know?
Sure. In your marriage.
But also before marriage.
When you trying to like do a little flex by saying like, I'm in a relationship, you're not. I'm happy. Y'all still bitter. It's kind of like that little shade. Right? I was like, come on, man.
I mean, if that's how you taking it, if that's what they're saying, those are the words. But if they're just like, I am so happy, I am so in love, God sent me a great one, or something like that.
Yeah,
that's happy and Week celebratory. One? I mean, you know, it might be premature, but I'm not gonna like be mad at them for it. That's too much energy.
I can't say, man. I was like, yo, you are taking up my timeline. And it's like,
get offline.
Oh my God.
Go to real life, Dion.
Yeah, you're right, man. That's why I said I brought it in for a whisper. And I wanted y'all to talk to me on a solo dolo. Social media is not knowing anything till I'm married for 6 years with 3 kids.
But even that could still be rocky. You be married 6 years, 3 kids.
Mm-hmm. I do not like putting my relationship business on ever. I've had to put a post up about my relationship and I felt so nutty. He was the type to want people to know. And another thing, on the flip side, I'm glad you said that, undomesticated John. How does the dude or guy, girl feel? What are they like? Hey, come over here. It's like, get off a line. Have time with me. I was just telling everybody how good you are. Get over here.
You assume they're in the same room?
I'm assuming. I was like, I'm just like, yo, she. I'm not trying to be specific. Like, they have to know if you like. Are you posting again?
So to undomesticated John's point, I feel like there are some people who are like, you never post me. Mm-hmm. You post every other thing. Mm-hmm. You never post me.
Right.
What does that say? Like if you post, your business, right, the game you were at, your social life, hanging out with my friends, but you're not going to post out with my girl.
But that's also a discussion that you and your partner need to have.
Exactly.
The real question is, have y'all been to couples counseling? Have you done some therapy?
Week 1? Like you said, week 1?
Sure. If you bragging this tough, have y'all hit them real questions and situations?
I mean, I feel like if you bragging this tough, you haven't gone through like the necessarily like rough times yet. And that's okay. It's good to have a beautiful season like that.
I want to pull up a bunch of them. I want to pull up the person I'm talking about and just let you read it. But you ain't gonna read it out loud. I was just like, okay, this is.
But also it's a form of entertainment because when they do eventually break up,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, slow down.
And nothing happens. They don't post for a while. Then you get to go and look and try to figure out what happens. That is high quality social media entertainment.
It's the worst shit.
I'd be like, oh, they stopped posting. And Dion is good.
Yeah.
I think their marriage is in trouble.
Oh, it's in shambles.
I think they broke up. I'm not saying it, but social media.
Yeah, like they are no longer together.
And then it will be like, a month later, Dion be like, I told you, didn't I? I told you.
Yeah. Hey. Some there was a shift that happened here.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Look at this. It just.
Oh, not the screenshots.
Don't advertise me like if I'm talking to you directly. I'm talking to you directly.
That's what I hate. I
am doing a personal message to you. Hey, baby, I just want to say I love you. I miss you. I was thinking about you. Screenshot. Social media. Look what my man said. No! What are you doing?
Unless my man said, I promise you, I'm about to buy you XYZ and we're going to travel the world. I'm going to screenshot that just in case it don't happen. And I could tell you how it didn't.
Yeah. Bars, yo. What are you talking about here? Can't do both. My ex posted it before we even discussed. Whoo! That's the worst.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
The worst.
Don't do that.
I hate seeing the whole relationship online, then half the timeline disappear. You do have
to go back?
Wait a second. They was posting tough. Hold on. Let's go back up.
And then you're like, no more pictures. She got rid of that.
Yeah.
She cropped him out of that one.
Oh boy. And you start seeing the messages start to shift like, when you jump ahead at what God wanted, when you jump the gun of what God intended.
I choose to put me first.
Mm-hmm. I apologize for not listening to you wholeheartedly. God help. Don't let no other girl go through what I went through this past year.
Oh my!
But I have to go through this to be a testimony to the people that are looking up to me.
Right. Man, you know what? You know what relationship, high profile relationship I need more info on?
What is that?
Lupita and Yogo, when she broke up with her guy.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know what happened, but it was like all of a sudden, like, I mean, there was she said, of course we broke up, but then there was like a, like true heartache, somebody presenting themselves not different than who they actually were. Mm-hmm. And then like she had this post on like books I'm reading to get through heartache and grief. And I was like, girl, what he done did? I need to know.
Yeah, they were doing TikToks together, wasn't they? Yeah, it was going tough.
How you fumble that?
Yeah. And you know what's funny is like when you see people just pop up I do follow this person. What they been doing? It's like, oh, they broke up with somebody.
Yeah. Now they're back.
You want to show the people the pictures?
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. First up.
This is in no particular order. No, this is in no particular order. But we can call this number 1. Okay.
Let the people see it.
This was for Baldy Locks.
This is for Baldy Locks. Give us a 1 if y'all like that one.
Okay.
All right.
And then I'm gonna just figure out the best way to scroll through this. Hold on, don't do me.
She messed up. Unpopular opinion, like when people talk to God online. Yeah.
Option number 2.
Oh. Baldy Locks podcast. We got earphones in our ears.
Instead of earphones on our head. That's number 2.
Maybe. Mo?
Okay.
This is number 3. Y'all like that one?
The Baldy Locks.
Even though the baldy is up on the Twilla and the locks on the down.
Yeah, I can fix the text. Ignore that. Okay. You know, this one kind of reminds me of Brennan more.
Oh, Brennan, yeah. Okay. So this is...
this one, I took out the running, but I'm going to show them anyway.
The what?
I think I took this one out the running.
Okay, this is 4?
No, I didn't take this out. Yeah, this is the thing.
This is 4.
Number 4.
Okay, Baldy Locks. All right. Oh, that noise. She said, I'm going to wait because I love all of them. You might have gone to them. Why aren't you got like a slideshow?
Because I was doing it from the preview.
Got you. All right, this is what, 5?
Yeah, number 5.
This is 5. Hey, this person's beard is nice.
Yeah, so that's probably losing.
Can you taper the beard down so it's light? She said,
this one we took. We took this one out the running because we said it looks like a relationship podcast. It
did like a relationship. It's like they're like, yeah. Like, let's talk about our relationship online.
Your favorite people?
5 says Baldy. Okay. Baddie. It says Baddie.
Yeah.
It says Baddie Locks. It did say Baddie Locks. What's this? 7?
I think it's 6. I lost count. Yeah. And then
so far we only got 1 and 3.
Oh no, that was 7.
That was 7.
Yeah.
So can you go back to them again so you can look at them again?
1 second, I sure can.
Because that's 7 of them. We want y'all to pick and choose which one y'all like. Can we see 7 again?
Yeah, you can. This one was 7. And don't mind the logos at the bottom. Like, that's not going to be the font or anything. Okay, and then I'm going to go back up. Numero 1.
Never let no one know how much dough you owe.
2. Two. Struggle. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7.
In my head, like, why am I always on the one side for all the pictures? So we got these numbers are scattered. I was about to say these numbers are scattered. We got 7. That one, I'm with 7. That 1, 7. 1's my favorite. 3 or 7. 5, 6. We have not being consistent with these numbers.
My sister liked the same ones you did.
The same ones?
The same exact ones you did.
Because we're artistes. You're just here for the ride.
Well, she said they look more like you, and you said they look more like me. Or like ways I would actually wear my hair.
Interesting.
I think I like this one because it looks like some characters out my favorite children's book. I don't know. Like something I would read. The cool teachers, the cool parents. Yeah.
So consistently, we have 5 in 5. We got 5 twice.
That's the 5. That's 5. I like that one too.
Dion trying to brush the beard. Yo, come on, man.
7.
My beards be nappy.
I like 7 too.
Like 7? Always sexy though. Look at the eyes like this. Give me the. Show the people the eyes. You gotta do the same picture. You gotta do the same pose, Wills. Do the same pose. The same pose.
I can't. Where are we looking?
We're looking at them. Is that us?
Smoldering.
That's it. That's it. I'm not taking off my hat though. You don't want to see what's up under there. What is equivalent to a man not shaving his head to women? As like, ooh, let me cover this up.
I'm not shaving our legs.
Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Well, what men is like, ugh. Like if you let your hair grow all the way out, is it like foliage, or is it just stubby?
It's just all the way out. It's just light. Mine is very light hair, but it just feels like not right. I don't like it. I mean, some women are fine with it, and more power to them. I'm just.
If you were in a coma for like 7 months, would you be upset with your fans and friends and family for not shaving you?
Yep. Because people are coming to visit me?
Yeah. They touching your legs like, oh no.
Yeah, you better shave that.
Oh no. I never knew. Armpits. Yeah.
Hey,
armpits.
We didn't do an official intro. We're just going to roll in because the whole thing's been rolling.
We've been rolling. You should have been recording up there.
Yeah.
I thought we were just having fun.
We apologize. Didn't even do the whole thing.
Some men like hairy legs, man. I do like organic everything on women. I don't like any alterations.
So armpit hair, leg hair.
As long as I have a scent, you know. If you're comfortable and confident in yourself, I'm fine with it. If you have your reasoning behind it, yeah, well, this is how God intended it. But why am I cutting off? If she had one of those backup reasons of like, this is why I'm doing it. Versus like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like if you moving like that all the time, it feels like you're not keeping up your maintenance all over. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, I did it again.
I think that's very evolved of you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. Tell me a time I've been very picky on people's appearances and say that's unacceptable. Here's something that you're not being happy with. I got to crush everything you just said. Ready? Now hear me out. Do not cut me off. Okay? If you have some sort of disability or handicap, you cannot, for me, have this sense of don't look at me, right? Because it's shocking. It's like if it's different, like I won't stare. But if somebody is do something really quick. I'm like that, and it's like, what you looking at? And it's like that's kind of jarred my attention.
Right, but imagine all the people that like stare and get
Yes.
jarred. So of course you're gonna have an attitude after a while because
So if I did that, you'd be like, "Whoa, what was that?"
I didn't even move. You see how unbothered I was? So people get so like, for you as an individual, you're like, I've never witnessed this before, so this feels different.
Right.
It caught my attention. But as a person, that's your life.
Yeah.
It's just like,
right. And it's like, come on. For me, I'm like you caught me off guard.
Right.
Visually, you caught me off guard. I'm not going to stare and point and film. It's like what is like, whoa.
Right.
That's an interesting handicap I've never seen before.
Right. And sure, you have your perspective, but for their perspective, it's here's another person who's just like looking at me, or, you know, they don't know what's going through your head or the fact that that caught you off guard. It's more so like, here we go again.
Right.
You know?
Right. But at some point, you gotta get used to
it. You don't have to. Keep living your best life, people.
Like if you had the top 4 of your teeth missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you smile and people look down like that, you can't be like, what you looking at? It's like,
I can. I'm saying, like, you can't tell people who live through it how like they should react, especially if it happens all the time.
Ready for this?
No, but here we go.
Here we go. If you go to an event wearing a bikini and it's a 5 after 5 event, you can't say, don't look at my body. And it's like, you're doing something that it's shocking to everybody. How can I not? You understand what I'm saying?
If you choose to get dressed for an after 5 formal event in a bikini, if you make that choice, then you are also like, I know there's a chance that people are going to look at me. If you are born with a birth defect or you know, are handy capable in different ways, that is not a choice that you woke up and put on. So you don't necessarily feel like dealing with it all the time. That's the difference. That's all.
Okay. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Now I'm nervous.
Of what?
You were like, is it running? I was like, I pressed start.
Stressed. Let's see what they talk about. Deanne was a kid that would be staring at people in the grocery store.
100%.
Am I wrong though? Honestly, am I wrong for thinking this way? Because I won't stare, I won't make fun of them. But if it's like shocking, like if I seen somebody, I don't want to be very specific, like, you know, drag their leg or something. I'm just like, are you like? Because now it's like, are you like smearing something on my floor, or is that a handicap? So I'm like, do I need to address this? Like, hey, should I be worried that you're ruining my floor, or are you just, this is you? My nephew said to my friend who is like 6'7", wow, you're tall. I was like, dude, for real? Total different scenario. Thanks for breaking it down. Someone asks Wilt Chamberlain how the air is up there. He spit in them on them and said it's raining. Guess he got tired of the dumb question annoying the people. Oh boy.
I mean, because like, think about, I don't know if you've ever had this experience. Going to China as a Black person or any Asian country, there is we've never seen Black people before. And there is this whole thing where it's like, oh, I want to take pictures, look, point, people almost swarming to see a Black person.
Yeah.
Can I touch your hair? Ooh, you're Black. Ooh, this, that. You can go in and understand culturally, I've never seen these type of people. I've never seen this in real life. I want to document it and take it back to my friends.
Right.
But then you can also understand when somebody has an attitude, because this is a person that you are all of a sudden feeling like you're in the zoo and wanting to experience. Like there's both, like I can understand your perspective. That doesn't make me less frustrated with the truth, like the action.
You don't understand what I'm saying at all. Do you? I know you heard me, but do you get my position?
Yes. Okay. I've said that several times.
But I didn't want you to feel like I was being like rude to handicapable people.
No, I didn't feel like you were being rude. I'm saying because you made the statement, you can't be upset. And I'm like, they absolutely can be upset.
They can be upset. I don't know how could I word it differently. You can't be shocked. I can't say that. You can't be shocked that you are carrying or holding or have something that is out of the norm. Obviously you've seen people who have Tourette's. You've heard people that, who like do actions and stuff, just like that's odd.
Yeah, it's different. And I think at the end of the day, people, however they were born, physical disabilities, sexual orientations, everything. At the end of the day, people just want to be allowed to be them without feeling like a spectacle to the rest of the world.
Right.
And so that's where I think the emotion and the upsetness comes from. At the end of the day, hey, let's do our intro for this one.
Okay.
Hi.
Good evening.
Alrighty. And welcome back to another Random Ass Convos with Twills
and Dion.
Good job. You know your name.
It ain't rhyme.
Okay. Hi.
You don't know how to do the intro.
Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Rack with Twills and
/ No, we're not _
doing that. I'm doing the intro.
Tilde ellipses.
I did the intro to avoid that.
And unfortunately, her co-star did not show up today. They're watching the game on CBS. And I was behind the camera recording and working on my content. And Twilla said, Dion, this will be the last time. And I said, all right.
When we change the podcast thing, you no longer get to do this.
Until then.
Oh my God.
I only said it one time.
You don't get to do this anymore. Hey, politics season is upon us.
Okay.
And
it's like an ad.
Well, it feels like an ad, but I made a resolution that I'm not going to get so worked up. I feel a little jaded by the political process. I mean, I'm going to vote, but I'm not happy. I'm over so many things. I think America's a dumpster fire. Whoever we get, we deserve. But here and there, nonetheless, it's good to be informed and remember that, this year we're voting for the next president of the United States of America. Question for you.
Yes.
Who you voting for and why is it Trump?
So the question is why is Biden so bad that people are like, I can't do another 4 years with him?
I think people are underwhelmed with Biden.
Underwhelmed?
Yeah, like they wanted more. And instantly forgetting that, he was up against so much, right? The minute, everything that he tried to push through, 2 people in his own party pushed against, Sinema and Manchin. But let's not forget the student loan forgiveness. He pushed it through. They overturned it. But yet and still, he said, I'm doing everything in my power. And people are still getting their debt canceled. I'm waiting on my letter that says, Twilla, your grad school debt has been canceled. Have not gotten that yet. But a lot of people have gotten their debt canceled. And I think that's kudos. That's and a lot of those are that impacts a lot of Black women because we go to school at higher rates. And so I'm really like, kudos to that. Look at us coming on up. Mm. Go ahead and forgive mine, and I'll be very excited.
The word forgiveness is hilarious. As in, like, it's been a rude, a rude loan. It's like, okay, I forgive him. So, I do think it's wild. I look at Trump and Biden as terrible twos.
Right? Terribly two old white
men. Terrible two old white men, right? Uh-huh. So you know the whole thing about terrible twos is they're terrible people. They're terrible little humans. Mm-hmm. Biden is the kid that has discipline. He has a lot of discipline. He's boring. He promises to do things and he does it on his own time. Trump, you got to keep an eye on him. I left him here. Where's Trump? Where's Trump? He's in the backyard. He's making mud pies. Is that safe? I mean, he's having fun. You go back here and check on Biden. He still hasn't slept. Biden, I need you to go to sleep now, okay? You need to go to sleep. What was that noise? He's playing in the fire ants. So it's like, I look at them like either you're not going to get the work done, mm-hmm. Biden, you're boring, you're falling over stuff, you're clumsy, you're mumbling to yourself. You're not growing quick enough with us. Or Trump, who has a leather vest on, bad to the bone on the back. He got a crossbone on his arm. Like, who approved this little 2-year-old to get a tattoo? It never hurt at all. It didn't hurt at all. And it's like, he's entertaining. Yeah. He is top 5 funniest people I've ever encountered, as in like watching him. Mm-hmm. But as the leader of the free world is terrifying. I'm afraid of Trump, what can happen. Because he has way too much power. I don't want Trump to be on social media.
But because that's when you're the most entertained.
And it's terrible because he'd be like, I think we as the people can find ways to drink bleach to get rid of COVID. You remember the numbers shot up because people were drinking bleach to get rid of COVID.
He's on to something. Just put a little bit.
He said, I was just playing. I wasn't being serious. People did it. You got to say, don't do this.
Did he raise his hand to ask that question? He was, what about
bleach? Yeah, he asked about it. And he said, because what I heard, it works. It works.
And I think people, I'm going to say middle America, South, certain people resonate with that. Mm-hmm. Possibly because he thinks the way they think. And it's kind of like, if I was president, and he was like, if I was president, this is what I'm going to do. Yeah. And everybody's like, if I was president, I'd do the same thing.
Right. And he's like, because the thing is, Trump is very entertaining. He don't give a damn. He's selling books. He's selling content. He's selling his legacy. When the last time you see Melania?
I don't know. Somebody need to check on her, girl.
Man, I ain't seen her.
Girl, you okay?
I ain't seen her since like at least 2018. She ain't been on social media. I ain't seen her accidentally at Trader Joe's.
No, we saw her 2020. Was it 2021 when they left office? After the insurrection, they were like,
yeah, she ain't shook, man.
And we ain't seen her since.
I know.
She's like, I'm not going back to that White House. When, if you want to, I'm staying down here.
We've been in this Trump era for so long. We forgot that he's not a politician. he's a normal rich man who lies about his numbers. Why are you afraid to not tell us about your transcripts? Why can't you release that? Why can't you tell us your weight?
He told you he was 225. Why are you mad?
God, dude.
The funniest thing is my brothers are like 6'1", well 6'2" and 6'4", and they're between like maybe like 230 and 250, and they look they're like very slim,
right,
and muscular.
Yeah, there's no way Trump is 250. We said
225.
225 is nuts.
He said 6'1", 225, right?
Nuts.
And I was like, I told my brothers, I was like, listen, y'all fat or something. Your weight, get your life. It don't together.
Make like again. If he wasn't the president, he is hysterical. He is out of his mind with what ifs.
He is Delulu, and in order to be successful, sometimes you just got to be a little Delulu.
But you know, what's wild is when you believe he is so delusional with his lies. He's actually believing his lies. It's like it's a lot of what ifs. It's a lot of what ifs. He's like, yeah, I feel like if I become president again, I will eradicate all STDs. That sounds great. What? He has the power to do that? It's like he does not. There's no way you can eradicate all sexually transmitted diseases. I can eradicate world hunger. I trust me. I have talked to, throw out a bunch of names.
Yeah.
And we have figured out a way.
It's possible
to spread money around, get rid of homelessness. We're going to take care of America first. We're gonna pull the money. When you say all these things, like you're not.
All you have to do is say like certain key things, like you said, America first.
Yeah.
Bring jobs back.
Right.
Protect the border.
Yeah.
All those type of things. People cut taxes. Although cut taxes usually only mean for the rich people, but just cut taxes. And then like people are like, yes, those are all the key words.
I want all those things.
And then like if you're like, oh, we really got to get in this, we got to get to the church people.
Yeah.
Then you throw in them hot button topics.
Right.
Like, and then you use words like agenda.
Yeah.
The liberal agenda.
Right.
The conservatist agenda. And you're like, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's usually how you get people in there. I think what people, now I will say, I am not a Trump anybody at any point, but one of the things that Trump did do that people somehow appreciate, well, I mean, that was part of their agenda, is like he got 3 conservative Supreme Court justices in office. That is
all Republicans.
Yeah, well, he appointed his people or people that lean closely to conservative values.
Right.
So that means when you have like the abortion issues or gay marriage, affirmative action, the court is now majority conservative leaning. He got his people in there, and that's a huge triumph for people. And if you recall, like when Obama was in office, he had a position to fill, and they kept stalling it at every turn.
Republicans, man.
And that's like, so that's how you know it's not just the president; it's a whole party agenda. Trump was lucky; there was 3 vacancies during his tenure, and he got to fill those with people. So now that even though you have a liberal president, things are getting overturned because of those 3 people.
Yeah.
That party, they got their people in, and now like they can make rules and do stuff. And so when you vote, you got to vote the whole gambit. Like people don't understand, like it's not just president; it's your reps, your senators. It's local. If y'all hate taxes, get to them like your local county and your state, because most of the taxes we paying.
Right.
In the state of California, it's awesome things, some proposals and stuff that they came up with and said, hey, bullet train, we can build a bullet train. We're just going to raise taxes on this.
Right. And it was like, who asked for this?
Who asked for it? And where is it?
We will just drive there.
Right.
Increase the taxes.
Increase the taxes. Or like, I feel like our taxes are so high.
Yeah.
And we don't see much for it. I'd be like, the schools aren't great. There's potholes in the road. The concrete is cracked on the sidewalk, and the city is dirty. It needs a pressure wash.
Right.
Lower my taxes.
Yeah. It is insane. Well, what I do admire when it comes to Republicans, they know how to sell content.
Yeah.
They know how to sell their product, right? They never pull through with the product. They say we gonna do this. It's like a resort. They were like, hey, the website says 20-inch TVs and swimming pools and altars in your backyard. It's like gazebos.
Gazebos, not altars. Okay.
Yeah, gazebos. But yeah, and it's like it's like, well, it's like this is a Motel 6. You get to like, man, y'all really sold me on something and it didn't exist. And it was like, yeah, we sold an idea, but not for y'all. We try to promote the 1% to keep us rich because these people that's funding us. Democrats be like, we gonna try our best to figure out what can appease the people.
All y'all. We got something for everybody.
And this, gosh, who did this analogy? Somebody said Republicans is like, here we go. You ready for this? Republicans are like an In-N-Out menu. Mm-hmm. We are just going to appease these 4 people right here. Just small, tiny menu. Mm-hmm. We got to take care of this, and this. And that's it. Democrats is like Cheesecake Factory menu.
100%.
We got to appease all these people. And everybody's like, hey, what about us? It's like, we ain't got to that page yet. We ain't got to that. It's like you keep going like, God, it's too much. It's like we're trying to take care of way too many people.
Yeah, it's a huge tent pole.
Yeah.
Trying to take in everybody that they feel like left behind from the Conservative Party or I'll just say it, like Republican Party. But yeah, it's crazy.
And then when you're a Democrat and you look at when the Republicans in the office, you be like, hey, I got chicken sandwiches? Nope. Yeah. Can y'all add chili cheese fries? No, we don't have chili. Is it possible y'all can have like some onion rings? We don't have any of that. You better jump on the train with the burgers. We only got burgers essentially. We just adding cheese
got burgers, fries, and sauce.
Mm-hmm. And a shake. That's for the rich folks.
Hilarious.
What are you talking about in the comment section?
Let's see.
Can you read?
Melania's mama just died.
Really?
It said her big sister Chris said her mama just died. She was at the funeral.
Oh.
Their little boy is tall as. Starts with a B.
Baron.
It's
a terrible name.
No, that's a rich person's name. That's a good. Baron Davis also, but
also when a child is barren, right? A woman is barren.
It's spelled differently.
But it's like, hey.
Now Baron like rhymes with Karen, yes, but Baron.
How are you saying it differently? Say it both.
I'm not saying it differently. But the way that it's spelled deals with like royalty or like the Baron and Baroness. Mm-hmm. It's up there with Lord and Lordess and all them people.
What if it was like
Dukes and Duchess?
Death. Like it's not spelled like that. It's death with an L. Death.
Oh, okay. Death. Mm-hmm.
Death.
It's different.
Would you name your child that? Death.
Does it mean super rich and will live a long time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You would not. Okay, I'll read it.
No, I froze like a robot.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you poured it close to you.
Wow. I don't know what happened, y'all. It's been one of them weeks. Angela S. I work in a city in Southern California. The state budget came out and we're facing a $35 billion deficit. $35 billion. A $35 billion deficit.
Nobody's counting that more. Nobody's adding that no more.
I do budgets. I do $1 million budgets for my job, right?
Uh-huh. Who's getting the money back? Who's asking for it back?
There's like world banks and world loans and stuff like this money. Like, so if you default and your credit's bad as a state or country, like it has real world implications.
As in, we're getting like tariffs on other things.
All essentially tariffs, and it just is bad for the economy,
They're taxing
especially
us.
especially if the United States economy defaults. That's bad for the world.
How did the country United States, America, start off all profit and still is in a deficit?
They needed slavery a little bit longer.
All profit.
Yeah.
All profit. Still in the deficit. When did they, it was like, so Alexander Hamilton was not doing the treasury right. It was like, something's off. To be in the trillions of deficit is crazy.
Like the fact that there's a number past billion as it relates to money is wild to me.
The fact that we still getting taxed. I think to get out of deficit is like, don't tax us no more. People under 41.
I mean, like, how does that work?
Over 41.
How does that work?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, like there's true economy to it, and like people have to get paid, and there's certain civic duties or things that we all use that we should pay for. But there's other countries who are winning at this.
Yeah.
Like there was this thing I think it was it Amsterdam? I want to say Amsterdam, but like they showed like $1 million, like your $1 million income, how much you're actually bringing in.
Yeah.
And I think you're only bringing, like, if you make $1 million, you're only bringing in 350,000. But all that goes to like all these public programs and tax things. And a lot of like people were commenting, and a lot of Americans were like, "Bro, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Because I mean, we get 100,000 more than that." And right. So it's like, I want my money. But the people who live there or in countries that's highly taxed are like, well, you know, like our healthcare systems are great. Our schools are great. We don't pay for schools. This is free. That's free. XYZ, like, you know, like all the things that you save money for, rainy day and stuff like that. They're like, essentially, you know, we're good. We don't need it. Your country's in shambles, but we're doing fine with our highly taxed. And our dollar goes farther than your dollar. And I was just like, I would want all that, but I want my money too.
Yeah. How would you fix the economy?
Thank you for that question, Dion Lack.
What?
I thought about the girl who was like, if I could legalize.
Oh boy!
I don't know why I went there.
Yes.
If I could legalize something that was legal.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is a great question. Twila Maintainey would fix, you said the economy or the country?
That's a lot. I would say the economy.
The economy.
How would you get us back on the green?
I would start with the taxation rules. I would go and tax all in billionaires, since we got so many of them now. I would close loopholes and tax them too.
Yeah.
Corporations would not get payouts or as much like the deep cuts that they would give. And I would alleviate those in poverty who are below making a certain level. Like I'd give them a couple years of like decreased taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would also get rid of student loans so we can essentially like jumpstart the economy once more, so people can feel good about buying houses and things like that. And then I would look at what I would call the housing crisis. Rent is too damn high. And we would want to look there and adjust in those levels. And this is why you should vote for me as the Secretary of Treasury. None of these things has been backed by an economist.
Right.
But I think, you know, you talk enough in hair shops and barber shops, and we all got the solutions.
Mm-hmm. You sound like a dictator. You sound like socialism.
Yeah, why not? It works.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even saying funding. I didn't even say fund healthcare, fund schools, Head Start. I just said let's alleviate pressures on the poor, give the poor the same tax breaks that we give the rich, so that the poorest people can also get ahead. I think what's happening in like certain areas of the economy is criminal. It should be fixed.
Miss B, if you nasty's in this thing, she said. What we talking about? You don't want to know, man. We out here wilding, making bad decisions with us.
Just wilding.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got some love over here. Love the analogy a lot. I don't know which one it was though.
You did a great analogy about In-N-Out and Cheesecake Factory.
Hey,
pretty accurate.
Hey, there we go. Biden Harris canceled 137 billion worth of student loan debt. You know that?
I didn't know the number. That's incredible.
Then he got it.
Oh, talking about Trump, talking about drinking bleach and then got it.
Her mama just died. Oh, I said it as a comedy. Her mama just died. I work a city on Southern California.
Yeah, that's the $35 billion deficit we're talking about.
Closer. I was trying. Shut up, man. The words are small. The taxes are upper middle classes. All right. Well, you want to talk about things? We're out of here.
I mean, I feel like the people here are getting less love because we record it later than the people here.
Yep.
So maybe we just throw in one more topic.
Okay, one more topic for the people up here.
Yeah. Question for this. We keep that for the next one. We're gonna shoot 2 episodes.
The hell we are.
Oh.
The face of this man.
Oh. So you know how you said you enjoy Trump on social media and how he's clearly entertaining. Do you know, like, does he ever respond to comments? Like,
no idea.
I just want to know what that's like. Like, he has all the people that might comment for him, but if I knew that Trump was going to respond to my comment, because he seems like a person that would respond to comments, I might have fun. I might go in and just be like, yo mama, and see what he says.
That's it?
I couldn't think of anything specific. Or like the bleach thing. Like if he was like, we should try bleach. You first, Mr. President, and then after you. And then just see.
So I know what you're saying. What you say, I want to respond. Like, as in, are you saying you curious to know what he would say in return?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, would he go back and forth with me?
I thought he would say, you do realize you can't respond to him. I thought you was going
No, like, it's more so like, would he respond back?
Yeah.
Will we go back and forth? What would he say?
Right. I doubt if he will. I mean, he'd do if somebody's making fun of him on like a bigger platform, he'd definitely be lashing out. Like, yeah, I seen this unfunny guy on Jimmy Kimmel the other day. He'd do one of those things. I've seen it numerous times. He don't like Jimmy Kimmel at all, or Stephen Colbert.
Who's it? Who also hates Jimmy Kimmel? Aaron Rodgers. Did you see that? Like Aaron Rodgers keeps saying that he's his name was gonna show up on the list with what's the guy?
Oh, it's the police out there.
Jeffrey Epstein's list. Like he would just say stuff like that. Like to the point Jimmy Kimmel addressed it, but I'm like, dang, why are you mad? A lot of people don't like Jimmy Kimmel. And he went on, he was like, you were talking about vaccines and pro, liberal agendas, and he really just wasn't having it. I do miss the days though, like pre-Trump, where like the biggest scandal was Obama wearing a beige suit. That was simple times.
Trump shook up a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really The fact that Trump got into office, I'm really surprised that Obama got in office.
No, so that's the pendulum swinging. Like, we got a Black Harvard educated president whose reputation was so squeaky clean, who's married to a Black intelligent woman.
Yeah.
I feel like, and this was like early on in Obama's presidency, we start seeing the Tea Party. Mm-hmm. They started strategizing then because they hated that a Black president was in office so much. Mm-hmm. They had to take America back. And so the complete opposite of that, they hate Black, like they hated what this represented so much that they were willing to vote in the complete opposite, a degenerate, if you will, right, of a man whose criminal activity they're willing to overlook, alleged criminal activity they're willing to overlook, and still vote him in office. Yeah. Like, and to me, like,
he has 92 indictments.
And they're like, and people, he just won Iowa. He's leading in New Hampshire. Like
Iowa caucus.
Like, he's leading in all these places, which, I mean, say what you will, but that's still like, that just lets people know, or to me, that just showed like how ingrained racism is. Like, you didn't really care about Bill Clinton's affair.
Right.
Y'all thought y'all said y'all cared about the affair and how immoral that was. You didn't care, like, you don't care about these appearances. You thought Obama in office wearing a beige suit was disrespectful to his office and presidency.
Right.
But then you let a man like Donald Trump into office and fully encourage it, fully backed by this party, to the point that, like, in certain states, they don't let you run on the Republican ticket if you're saying I don't support, like, if you say I don't support Trump. Mm-hmm. To the point, like, Nikki Haley, who could be a contender, whether you like her or not, Ron DeSantis, they're too much like Trump. Like, they don't part from Trump, so they can't get a clear head. Like, they can't differentiate themselves in their own party. So, I mean, like, that's just like, hey, y'all, say what you will, but
yeah, it is.
That's what that is.
That's what you want to say?
Had to get that off my chest.
I see. It's been on your heart.
It was on my heart. But again, I'm not looking forward to this. I really think we'll get the president we deserve as a country, not the one that we want or need.
What would happen? What would happen, God forbid, I'm not wishing this on anybody, if Joe Biden kicks the bucket? So is Kamala Harris,
yes.
I mean, Kamala Harris is now the president.
Yes.
But will she have to compete against Trump?
They would vote. The Democratic convention would then have to vote for a new leader. But she's all we have because they haven't pushed anybody else to the forefront. So, yep, essentially.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what other Democrats be, hey, we going for it. What do you like that? Or do you like, let Kamala have that?
I don't think enough people like her enough. We'll get like Pete Buttigieg throwing his hat back in.
I like Buttigieg.
You get like certain people,
Pete Buttigieg,
throwing their hat back in. You might get Gavin Newsom being like, "It's my time," and I'm gonna be like, "Not with them taxes. It's not, sir."
Yeah, I like Pete Buttigieg. There's another dude I like too. What was his name? I want to say Nance or something like that. His family created Belvedere.
I don't know.
The alcohol Belvedere. I know probably I don't know about the politicians. He's a Democrat, and he said he's doing political suicide because he's one of the only people that's going up against Biden. And he said, everybody's like, what are you doing? You're splitting the votes. You shouldn't be doing this. He's like, I just see right now that we're not going in the right direction. So I'm going to
I feel like, so I'm very okay. I'm very like against people splitting tickets just for the sake of it. I feel like they did that when Bernie was running and knowing that Bernie couldn't win and took votes from a lot of people who actually could win. I think, that probably helped Trump in some way. But so I feel like that's unwise. If you're gonna do that, go to a different political party. I feel like, and I say this every 4 years, all of a sudden we hear about these new parties and nothing happens. And there has to be a party that's not as a big tent pole as the Democratic Party that could like get some stuff across, but it has to actually be funded and have a movement and not just every few years. And I know there's libertarians and other independent parties, the Green Party, that actually, meet and do stuff. It's just that they, for some reason, haven't cracked the two-party system here in this country. Ross Perot was like probably the biggest third-party candidate we had back in the day, and he was wealthy. Yeah. He was rich. He funded his own campaign, and still, still lost.
Pretty far. It was, well, I do remember it was George Bush, Ross Perot, and who was the third one? This was the time when Bill Clinton, right?
Yeah, it was Bill Clinton, Ross Perot. Was it George Bush or I don't remember.
Yeah.
All I remember from this is Different World and the episode that they did like a Democratic Party parody. I don't know why I remember that.
They're 1:30 right now. I was trying to get out of that one, but you just wanted to push it
for these people. But yeah. All right, let's wrap up then.
Yay.
Listen, if you feel like you were slightly slighted by this episode link, that's because you're not over here on the live. And you need to hit that notification bell. So you know when we're going live. And then you hop on and you jump in conversations. You get the pre-podcast talk. You get all the crazy talk. You get to chime in. And while you're at it, so go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. As Dion said, mark your favorite, as you would say. Mark your favorite in the time code. And we might use that for social media. We appreciate all your help.
And she wrapped it up. Good job.
Until next time.
Deuces. Big sis Chris, hundreds of millions of people. And it comes down to two people.
Two parties. It's ridiculous. Neither one truly has our true interest.
Now that we're on break, I get to see some football.
That's all you want?
I 100% wanted some football.
I'm so sorry.
Golly, dude. Look at that controller right there.
Huh? I'm trying to remember what I gotta do. Press stop. There's no stop. Just stop recording. There we go. For this TV? I was about to give you this.
No. Yes, that one. Oh.
You want to keep going, or you want to? You done with live for today?
I'm just here for the ride. I'm just here for the ride.
If you don't want to shoot,
that's what I was watching. Don't talk about it.
We can wrap it up. We can do another live next weekend before I leave out of town.
Okay.
I said, cool. Done. All right, people. This man's got to watch football. He's a man.
I got titties though.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll do this again next week.
I won't.
We're doing this again next week. Yeah.